This month, we are marking 35 years since the largest art heist in history at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston. Thieves stole hundreds of millions of dollars worth of art, and to this day, it is still unsolved. Boston 25 News reporter Bob Ward is live in Boston with the massive restoration project that's underway.
You know, Cal, the Gardner Heist is Boston's last great mystery, and here on the 35th anniversary of the Gardner Heist here at the museum, they're optimistic they'll be able to recover that artwork after all this time. Not only that, they're getting ready for it. In the Dutch room of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, the newly restored 19th century empty frame that once held Rembrandt's masterpiece, Storm on the Sea of Galilee, is returned to the place where thieves ripped it from the wall 35 years ago. The legendary Gardner Heist remains unsolved, despite a groundbreaking $10 million reward. In 3.5 decades, none of the stolen art has been recovered. But at the museum, they remain optimistic. 35 years. Do you still have hope these paintings, this artwork will be found and returned to the Gardner?
Absolutely. We really do operate in this realm of hope that the paintings will be recovered.
Right now, the museum is embarking on a $1 million restoration of the Dutch room, the gallery where much of the artwork was stolen.
When our paintings do come home, they're coming home to the best possible setting, the ways in which Isabella intended them to be shown.
Wall fabric is being replaced. The ornate wooden ceiling, the custom tile floor will be cleaned and restored along with those empty frames. There's even a plan for the artwork once it's recovered.
We're always trying to err on the side of being prepared and ready for that return.
Well, museum officials think the artwork could still be altogether hidden away somewhere. They don't think the artwork has been destroyed. Now, if you think you've seen any of the stolen pieces, you're urged to contact the museum, contact the FBI. Remember, Cal, there's a $10 million reward on the table for information that leads to all this artwork being returned.
These are the type of stories that you see recreated in Hollywood, Bob. Do investigators have any theory as to where this stolen artwork may be?
Well, the latest sighting that they have is about 20 years ago. They believe some underworld officials, underworld people connected to the underworld, offered up 2 of the stolen pieces for sale down in the Philadelphia area. But since then, there has been no sighting at all of them. And that's leading the security director here at the Gardner to think that there's a good chance, he thinks, that the artwork could be somewhere here in the greater Boston area. And he says that because there have been no sightings. He thinks that if the paintings were seen somewhere else, that they might have some more recent sightings. So the bottom line is, Cal, no one knows where the artwork is. It could be anywhere. But remember, that $10 million reward, it's the biggest reward offered for any theft of private property in the history of the world.
Wow, it would be fascinating if it was found right here in our own backyard. Bob,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that report.